welcome back to part 2 of my video regarding the Fiat 500 Lounge. And yeah, we've taken the front off now so we get a better idea about what's happening. And good thing is that the legs are all pretty decent and they're not bent, which on a previous Fiat was an absolute pain. But you can see that the condenser for the aircon has pretty much had it. We managed to save the fan behind it, but the air conditioning condenser has gone. Now obviously the issue there is it still fully functioning, or has there been a link to the condenser? Obviously we're not going to use that, but actually just trying to get out of it is going to be working out whether there's still gas in it, and that is another ball game altogether. So that's why it's left on at the moment, because you can't just disconnect it because of the gases that's in it. You've got to get that done professionally. But anyway, so it's pretty good. The filter is pretty much brand new as well, and otherwise, yeah, generally very happy that obviously this is a category N and not an S, so the front end has sort of remained pretty unscathed. The dent that I showed in the previous video, you can see opening the door has proved difficult, so yeah, that's just going to require a new wing. And to be fair, a good body shop will be able just to knock that crease out. It's a very minor crease, so really, you know, not too much of an issue there. So yeah, new wing, which varies in price at the moment. And you can see here, these are the seats. Now lounge seats are light in colour, so they show up the dirt a lot more. And this is actually that's after the first go. You can see that it's done a bit of a okay job, but it's nowhere near done. Haven't got around to doing the passenger side yet, because the fact that I can't really open the door without causing more damage. So yeah, you see we've taken apart the rear seats completely, so it allows us to clean those easily. And these are the rears, which again required a second going over, because for some unknown reason they just get really dirty at the bottoms and at the sides. Really dirty, and I say dirty, it's almost like sort of grease and all those types of things. So yeah, we will have to go again. You see the door card, more difficult to clean actually, just because the shape of it. But yeah, that was really bad. So I think that's going to require a second going over. The gear gaiter has been replaced. That was a nice easy job. If you don't already know, that's about £3-4 to get sorted. So yeah, but I'll show obviously another video again of how we get on with the seats. I have got obviously a wet vac, so they should really come out absolutely fine, to be fair. The wheels, yeah, they're scuffed. Having to work out again whether we kind of leave those, whether we can do something with them. Because of the nature of the car and how much these things turn around for, it's pointless going into a shop and getting those done at £50-60 a corner. They've all pretty much had scuffs. The lacquer's peeled off. Yeah, they're presentable, you know, but you know, some people like to see as good as you can get it alloys. The paintwork, which we've shown in the previous video, that's just going to be touched up with a touch-up pen. Nice and simple with that, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then under the bubble wrap here, we've got the new slam panel with the radiator, and yeah, everything that was all just one package that I managed to pick up and get sent to me. So that was going to be a case of bolting that on when we sorted out the condenser, and that's going to have to be tested to see whether or not there's any cold air in it, and if there's not, then we could remove that ourselves. If there is, then we know that there's some gas left in, and that's going to prove costly. So this is the 1.2 Lounge, which I purchased a number of months ago, and whilst I was doing up the Lounge, I was getting rid of this 08 plate 1.2 Lounge in this blue Ferrari colour. You can see it's quite nice, pops out really quite nicely, and you know, it's your typical colour for Fiat 500. This was it had been used, proper been used. It had like 70 odd thousand miles on the clock. That's not too much of an issue these days, but it had been proper used by people, and the bodywork was not in a great condition at all. I've DA polished it up. I've done my best to sort of get as best as I can, but you know, when you're talking of a car that's 12 years old, you're really going to struggle to make it look presentable. But you can see sort of the inside's pretty much decent, no real issues there. Had to change the steering wheel because that was really worn, but that's, you know, quite a quick job. But you see we've got marks on there, as you can see there, and down, you know, sort of typical, I want to say, like supermarket scuffs or people who have sort of slightly driven into you. You can see there's ever so slight dents and marks on that driver's door. It was just going to be what it was going to be. Eventually, I think I ended up rattle canning this just to take off the edge, really, to be fair. Which is a shame, because it is a nice car, and it's just a shame people can't really look after a nice coloured car like that. But because it's dark in colour, it does show up everything, whilst, you know, white is pretty much a easy colour to work with, and it really doesn't show up, you know, any really serious issues in paintwork. So we're back again a week later, still trying to really find the time to get this car sorted. And the condenser, we've established, isn't blowing any cold air out. It really isn't. It is still compressed, the air's still in there, but it's just not blowing any cold air out. So I think the decision is that we're going to have to get that removed and then get it regassed at a garage somewhere. There's really not much I can do about that. That's kind of what was holding us up, really. A bit unnecessarily, really. But that's the thing with lounges, is that you get that condenser in place, and you know, there you got the issue. But you see, we got the new wing on, and incidentally, that did come with the old Italian stripe on it, completely different colour, because you can see down the line here, these are new decals that are added to the car for some reason. Whether they faded, I don't know, but they are not put on at all straight. It was such an awful job. They just, every panel, it was just awful. So, you know, yeah, this other side, you can see that the colours are not too bad, and they're on, but that's the original. So, gone with the second round of cleaning. Again, proved to be better, but you can see around the edges, right around the edges there, still a bit dirty. There's still patches, but it's a lot better than it was. Something that is giving me confidence that I should be able to get those back to pretty much new. And then if we have a look at the wheels, which we're working on, we decided that we were going to primer them. So sand them back, primer them, and give them a gloss of silver. And yeah, so I was working on that. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So again, join me next week for another update on the Fiat 500. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Until next time, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.